like this is an acceptance speech. I'm a first timer, right? This is all new for me. It's incredible to have this outpouring of support. I really deeply appreciate everybody who's here, and even those who are not here but are supporting me from other locations. I just want to go through the thank yous and make sure that I thank everybody. First off, I really need to say thank you to the Suffolk County Association of Municipal Employees Union, because they are one of the sponsors for this event. So thank you very much to those individuals. They're hardworking union folk. You know, they're out there every day, you know, working for the same sort of values that, you know, the assembly of people here are interested in supporting. I also want to thank, obviously, Bob and Pamela Rosenberg, who are opening up their home to me. Bob and I go way, way back. You know, it's a long time.
Don't tell.
I won't tell the story. It's a good story, though. I'm not going to tell it. Thank you guys very much for allowing us to have this event here. It's a spectacular setting. The pool is fabulous. You know, you guys are the best. Obviously, I want to thank Kate Browning, even though she couldn't make it. I really do appreciate her support. Rob Calarco for stepping in. Larry and Jane Tierney over here. Just so you guys know, I mean, I am more or less an organization of two, myself and Judy Tarasak. Where's Judy? Judy is acting as my campaign manager. But I got to tell you, Larry and Jane have gone above and beyond any of my expectations in terms of helping me get going, because this is all brand new. I mean, this is a new experience. I've done a lot of things in my life, but this is a whole different perspective on stuff. And Larry's been very good at guiding me, and Jane's been very good at telling Larry that he's not absolutely correct all the time. So thank you, Jane. I really, you know, thanks for the support. I want to thank my girlfriend, Michelle. Where's Michelle?
Where is she?
Oh, right here. Michelle, this is tough. Let me tell you, anybody who says campaigning is easy is a liar. A bold-faced liar. This is really hard. It's a lot of effort, a lot of work. I mean, it's going to be worth it in the end, but, you know, I'm slugging it out every day. You know, I work a full-time job, and now I have another full-time job when I get home from work. So, you know, we haven't been able to spend as much time together as we would like, but she's been extremely supportive. I really appreciate, you know, you understand. My daughter, Jaylee, where's Jaylee?
Me, I'm filming.
My older daughter couldn't make it. She had a conference that she had to attend, but at least I got one of the two. Honestly,
now the favorite one.
That's what it's all about, right? I'm not doing this for me. I'm not even necessarily doing this for all of you guys. I'm doing this for people like her, because, you know, when she grows up, she wants to be able to live and work in this area, this beautiful place that we call Brookhaven, Long Island. You know, I want her to be able to find a position where she's not going to have to work 2 jobs to pay a mortgage and a car payment or live paycheck to paycheck. We need to do something about that in this town. And I'm going to work really hard to try and accomplish that. And I'll get into it in a second, but, you know, Daly's terrific. My cousin, Jen Dresner, and her husband, Ed, are here. They drove in from New Jersey to support me. Jen is like, she's literally like a sister to me. And Jen has this phrase she likes to use all the time on me, and she tells me, you know, remember, it's not about you. Well, for once, Jen, I can say, no, this is about me. Susan Nastro over here. Susan's my campaign treasurer. She's helping out. She's also the campaign photographer. Again, we wear multiple hats here because we're doing this on a shoestring. The volunteers who've supported me so far, again, where's Lily? Lily Crowder, Janice Davis, Rabia Aziz, and others have been out there knocking on doors with me. I really appreciate you guys. Give them a round of applause, please. Because ultimately, these are the people that are going to get the Democrats elected this year. It's hand-to-hand combat. It's being in the trenches. hard. Robbie is shaking her head. She knows she's done this I don't know how many times, and she keeps coming back for more. Lily said she was retired. She was never going to do this again. And she couldn't help herself, and she's back, working it on a regular basis. You guys are fabulous. And Janice Davis is the mayor of Gordon Heights.
Oh,
she
no.
knows everybody. And I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much. I want to, make sure that we introduce Jack Harrington, who is running for Brookhaven County Supervisor. Lisa DeSanto, where's Lisa? Lisa DeSanto. She is running for town council in the 5th district. That is right next door to the 4th district, which is where we're at. Josh Slaughter again, thank you very much, Josh, for the introduction. I really do appreciate it. That was fantastic. So, as you guys know, I'm Dan Polner, and I'm the Democratic candidate for Brookhaven Town Council in the 4th district. Again, I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank you for showing the support, and I want to thank you for giving me the opportunity to let you know why I'm doing this. I grew up here. I came from a family of 6. My mom was a stay-at-home mom. My dad worked in the garment industry. We didn't have a lot for us. A night out, and this is not a joke, a night out for my family was going to McDonald's. I mean, I understand how hard it is to raise a family in one of the most expensive areas in the country. For the past 30 years, I've been a business professional. My background is finance and accounting. I want to bring some of that to bear in this town. I want to review stuff. I want to make sure that we're not spending where we shouldn't be spending, so that we can actually spend on programs that matter to people. Thank you. When I came out here full time, I did spend some time in the city. When I came out here full time, one of the first jobs I had was post-Hurricane Sandy. I was working with small businesses post-Hurricane Sandy, trying to help them get access to the Storm Sandy Recovery Fund grants. We have one individual here who I'd like to point out. Conrad Kreuter is one of those businesses. Conrad owns a marina in Santa Maria, and his place was devastated. It was demolished by that storm. And because of that grant program, Conrad was able to rebuild, replace, and Conrad just told me he's had 2 of the best months in business he's ever had. And were it not for that fund and not for that program, I don't even know if he'd still be in business. So this is the kind of thing that really gets me going. That kind of assistance, that kind of help to the community. I also wanted to mention that now I've transitioned out and I'm working with the startup companies at Stony Brook University. This is just the next step in my transition, I guess, into public life. These companies mostly are coming out of Stony Brook University's technology. They have absolutely no idea. They're brilliant people. I mean, I love going to work every day. These people are geniuses. But they know absolutely nothing about how to run a business. So my job is to work with brilliant people and assist them in developing that business to the point where they can actually create high-paying, sustainable jobs here in this town. And Jack Harrington has mentioned this in his some speeches. Let me tell you something. To me, that is the paramount priority for the town board and the town planning board. We need to figure out how we're going to be able to create high-paying, sustainable jobs in this town. Because let me tell you something. The companies that come out of my program, they don't end up in Brookhaven. They end up in Islip, or Padua, or Hauppauge, or Farmingdale, or the city, because there's no place for them to go in this town. We don't have a technology park in this town. And if I get elected, and we can get some of the other officials that we want on the Democratic ticket elected, we're going to change that. We're going to finally say to the planning board, this has to be a priority. We need to create these high-skilled technology jobs. All these kids coming out of Stony Brook, they don't stay here, they go someplace else. You know why? Because there's no place for them to go. Our children are leaving this area in droves. There's no work for them in this town. And so they leave. They go to the city, they go to other states. I can't tell you how many doors I've knocked on where people tell me, yeah, my children, they finally moved out of the house, they had to go down to Florida or South Carolina. It's just too expensive to live here. Well, it's up to the town officials and the town employees to figure out a way to make it more affordable, safe, to make sure that our infrastructure is up to date, and that we can utilize these institutions of research and technology. We have Brookhaven National Labs on one side of town and Stony Brook University on the other side of town. There's absolutely no reason we can't create those kind of jobs in this town and make things better for the next generation. My daughter, her friends, and so on and so on. I also have to mention that one of the other reasons why I'm running, and Jack mentions this too, is this issue of transparency. Josh touched on it. It's 6 against 1 right now on this town board. There's no need for transparency. They don't have to tell anybody what they're doing because they can just do it. That's something that absolutely has to change. I'm also worried about the landfill. The landfill's a big issue here. Eventually that landfill's going to close, and most people don't know this, but that is the cash cow, the town of Brookhaven. If I throw out a number at you, you're going to be, unless I've already thrown out at you before, $40 million a year in profits on that landfill. They're about $40 million a year, yes. And that landfill's going to close. And when it does, this town is going to lose about 20% of its revenue stream. Nobody on the Republican side wants to talk about this. They want to bury it, they want to wait, and they just want to double your town tax and call it a day. That's not acceptable to me. It's not acceptable to Jack. It's not acceptable to any of us. And we need to start creating demand for that approach. At the end of the day, we need a town government that focuses on fiscal responsibility, on decision making with openness, and then ultimately we've got a plan for the future. And I hope that we can elect a slate of candidates, myself included, that are focused on getting that job done, because that's what we need in this town now. There's an old saying that I've been using on the campaign stuff, and it goes, the best time to plant a tree was 20 years ago, but the second best time is right now. So if you, with all your help together, we need to get some new trees planted in the town of Brookhaven. Me, Jack, Lisa, and the rest of the bunch. And if we can do that, I think we can accomplish quite a bit in hopefully a short period of time. But eventually, like I said, 20 years, I'd like to see new trees sprouting up in this town and growing to, full maturity. And I just want to leave it at that and say thank you very much for coming. I really appreciate the support. You guys are fantastic. Thank you so much. All right, so now festivities are over. You guys can just eat and drink or go home or go to dinner or whatever you want to do. Thank you all for coming.
That's very good, Dan. Good speech.